does Floyd have enough money not to stoop to do these exhibitions? But at some point, there is athletic dignity attached to 50 and 0, and that's the allure of this.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of, okay?
And the people that they're putting him in there with can't put him in harm's way.
What I'm doing right now, that's what I do every day. Shop. That ain't nothing like couple bucks. Greg, come with me.
The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service.
Shannon Sharpe has challenged Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s image as the ultimate symbol of wealth, expressing skepticism about his self-styled billionaire status. Sharpe highlighted Mayweather's reported tax issues, questionable investment claims, and frequent requests for financial leeway as indicators that the Money Mayweather persona may be more about showmanship than actual fortune.
What makes Floyd so unique? Because he fought, he fought Pacquiao, he fought you, he fought Gotti, he fought Corrales, he fought Ricky Hatton. He's fought so many, and all these guys, a lot of these guys had titles at the time or were former world champions like yourself. What makes him so unique?
His pedigree. Look, I'm good friends with his father. The best trainer I've ever had.
Wow.
By far. He is, well, except for the professor who trained me for the Chavez fight when I beat Chavez in 1996. But Floyd Sr. is the best trainer I've ever had. He's a teacher. And that's what Floyd Jr. grew up with. He grew up with a teacher who disciplined him to be the very, very best. And I love his patience. I love the fact that he's a hard hitter and he has a chin.
In 2017, Shannon Sharpe, NFL Hall of Famer, publicly criticized Floyd Mayweather Jr. over his extravagant lifestyle and financial choices, fueling debate about Mayweather's self-proclaimed billionaire status. Sharpe's comments followed reports that Mayweather sought a reprieve from the Internal Revenue Service to address his 2015 tax debt despite flaunting wealth on social media, expressing frustration at the contrast between public displays and financial responsibility. Beyond this, Mayweather's spending habits, including discarding clothes after a single use, traveling with multiple companions, and maintaining a full-time staff, have been documented in tell-all accounts, and he was reportedly defrauded of $15 million in a failed investment. Even with over $1.5 billion earned during his boxing career, critics like Chael Sonnen question the accuracy of his billionaire claims, suggesting his reported fortune may be overstated.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has addressed criticism of his lavish lifestyle by explaining his philosophy on wealth and success. He maintains that showcasing money does not diminish his character. Rather, he views financial resources as a way to provide for his family and offer them enriching experiences, from quality living to travel and unique opportunities. Mayweather believes that while emotional support is important, material stability is equally essential, and this mindset guides both his spending habits and his public persona. In 2023, he reportedly spent $7 million during a shopping spree in South Africa, a move critics labeled excessive, yet Mayweather defended it as a strategic expression of his Money Mayweather brand. He emphasizes that these extravagant gestures are intentional, complement his image, and do not compromise his financial security. Having earned over $1.2 billion throughout his career, he asserts that his wealth is not only intact but carefully managed through investments and ventures, reflecting his belief that money is a tool to create opportunities and enhance life's experiences.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. I need everybody. That girl collection. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., flaunting wealth as part of his legacy rather than a flaw. Since retiring from professional boxing in 2017, he has remained in the spotlight, not only through exhibition fights, but also by living an extravagant lifestyle. Despite stepping away from the ring, his earning power continues, with over $1.2 billion accumulated during his career and millions more generated via exhibitions, business ventures, and personal branding. One recent headline-making purchase saw Mayweather spend $1 million on 4 luxury watches from Avian Company, all from the exclusive Hue collection, each adorned with gemstones and offered in striking colors like blue, pink, and green. Priced at $250,000 apiece, this made him the first owner of the complete set, previously displayed in a special edition window in New York, highlighting their rarity. He shared the acquisition on social media with a simple caption, "Check this out," perfectly reflecting his flashy, unapologetic persona. For Mayweather, these timepieces are more than ornaments. They symbolize a life shaped by discipline, ambition, and dominance in the ring. While critics may call his spending excessive, he views it as a deserved reward for his journey from humble beginnings to global success, celebrating the legacy he built through hard work and strategic financial choices.
I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. Right here, I got 3 cases, and they're all full of watches. So when I travel, I like to take, if I'm going for 45 days, I like to take 45 watches with me. I like to have options. So everybody's always asking me, what's your favorite watch? Well, one of my favorite watch brands is &Co. As you can see right here, I got this a few months back, and it's one of my favorite watches. One of the best brands in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I like the brand so much, I went and bought another watch just yesterday, &Co. As you can see, &Co. Now, let's talk about watches, let's talk about jewelry, let's talk about a few things. I need you guys to watch me talk about my watches. So we'll set this to the side.
Despite Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s long-standing reputation as a financial powerhouse in sports, prominent promoter Eddie Hearn has publicly questioned whether the retired champion's wealth matches his public image. While Mayweather is celebrated as one of the richest boxers ever, Hearn expressed doubt in an interview with GRM Daily, citing the fighter's extravagant lifestyle, luxury car collections, private jets, multi-million-dollar shopping sprees, and high-stakes gambling as potentially unsustainable. Although Mayweather claims investments in real estate, jewelry, and even Dubai gold mines, Hearn wonders if these ventures generate enough returns to support such opulence, stating, "I don't think he's got the money he says he has. Spending what he's spending raises questions." Adding to the speculation, former protege Gervonta Davis alleged that Mayweather was once held in Dubai over unpaid debts, though this remains unverified. Mayweather, however, maintains that money is not his motivation for exhibition fights, insisting, "I was born to be a fighter. I'm going to die a fighter," emphasizing his love for the sport and commitment to entertaining fans worldwide.
How about Mayweather?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Not the biggest
I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set. He was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things though? Do you think
For money.
But
I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years.
the money. But when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending,
It's a lot of expense.
Candid revelation. Floyd Mayweather Jr. admitted that much of what viewers saw in Showtime's All Access series ahead of his 2014 rematch with Marcos Maidana was staged for entertainment. Scenes ranging from over-the-top training montages to dramatized personal moments in his Las Vegas mansion, including joint rolling parties and the infamous doghouse sparring sessions, was scripted to hype the fight rather than depict reality. Mayweather appeared before the Nevada State Athletic Commission to address concerns, clarifying that the 31-minute doghouse sparring included breaks for safety and that depictions of marijuana use and bedroom antics were fictional. He explained that no real substances were involved and that he avoids anything that could interfere with drug testing. This admission highlights Mayweather's deliberate use of theatrical storytelling alongside boxing, blending lifestyle spectacle, luxury, and intense training to captivate audiences and drive pay-per-view sales. As he put it, "I don't want to just sell a fight, I want to sell a lifestyle," a strategy that reportedly boosted numbers compared to his first bout with Mayweather.
There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire over Christian Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. Never happened and it won't. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. Not even remotely close. Mike Tyson, to put in perspective, when he fought Michael Spinks, that was the biggest fight of all time. One got 30 million and one got 29. And that was backed publicly. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as he needed the money.
You have to guess the most Floyd ever made in a fight.
Oh, Floyd's easy. 60 million in one night.
Mayweather Jr. has openly described his business approach as high risk, often investing his earnings into unconventional ventures that most people might not understand. While this strategy occasionally sparks innovation, he admits that nearly 90% of these ventures fail to produce the expected results. Mayweather embraces this gamble, likening himself to a business world risk-taker willing to bet big for the rare, massive payoff, reflecting his belief that stepping outside the norm is essential for success, even if it means frequent setbacks. Critic Shannon Sharpe has been outspoken about Mayweather's current approach to boxing, arguing that his exhibition fights are no longer motivated by passion or competitive drive, but by profit. Sharpe compared these events to WWE-style entertainment, claiming they are staged, overly dramatic, and lacking genuine competition, which diminishes the authenticity of the sport. According to Sharpe, this pursuit of short-term financial gain is eroding Mayweather's legacy, turning the accomplishments of his 50-fight career into scripted pay-per-view spectacles designed more to maintain wealth and relevance than preserve the greatness he once owned.
I'm sure he could be 60 years of age and people would still pay per view to watch him box.
And so the allure is still there.
Yeah.
They want to see Floyd get beat, even if it's somebody that's not a name that man, a YouTuber did something that a world champion couldn't do.
Yeah. Didn't.
Yes.
No.
But I saw Floyd Mayweather get knocked down.
But at what point does Floyd have enough money not to stoop to do these exhibitions? But at some point, there is athletic dignity attached to 50 and 0, and that's the allure of this.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of, okay?
And the people that they're putting him in there with can't put him in harm's way.
No.
So he doesn't see, like, I just, like you said, I watched this ruckus on Twitter. I was like,
what?
Like, oh my goodness.
Okay.
It definitely was like WWE.
Critic Shannon Sharpe intensified his critique of Floyd Mayweather Jr. by highlighting one of the most debated moments in Mayweather's post-retirement career, his exhibition fight against YouTuber-turned-boxer Logan Paul. Sharpe argued that this bout illustrated how Mayweather had shifted from competing for love of the sport or preserving his legacy to chasing quick, attention-grabbing paydays, effectively trading the respect tied to his undefeated 50-0 record for spectacle. He criticized the fight as lacking seriousness, substance, and respect for boxing, suggesting that matches against non-professional opponents not only undermine Mayweather's own reputation, but also devalue the sport itself. At the same time, as Mayweather turns toward real estate ventures, his bold claims have fueled skepticism. He recently announced the purchase of 1,000 units across 62 New York buildings, yet property records show no changes in ownership, and organizations like the NYC Housing Partnership report no notifications of sales, leaving the industry questioning whether Mayweather's statements are exaggerated.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. I mean, we all know him, the tremendous, talented boxer, but people don't realize how smart he is in business, especially real estate. He just did a blockbuster deal, forget about it. Upper Manhattan, 1,000 units, consisting of 60 buildings, affordable housing, $402 million purchase price. The seller, Black Spruce Management. This is going to be a monster huge deal. Already a very big portion of it already closed. The remaining portion should be closing the beginning of 2025. This is a guy who believes in long-term wealth, generational wealth. He's heavily involved in skyscrapers. Now he's getting very, very big in affordable housing in Upper Manhattan. Tremendous, tremendous deal. $402 million. Once again, 1,000 units, 60 buildings. Forget about it, Maron. That's what I'm talking about. That's smart. That's generational wealth, in my opinion. Not financial advice, not a financial planner, but very, very impressed. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Not too shabby. V for victory.
As Floyd Mayweather Jr. shifts focus toward real estate, his recent claims have drawn more skepticism than admiration. He announced ownership of 1,000 units across 62 New York buildings, yet official property records show no evidence of such transfers, and agencies like the NYC Housing Partnership reported no involvement or notifications of these sales. Attempts to verify the acquisitions only deepened the mystery. Mayweather's team offered vague confirmations but refused documentation or on-the-record statements, and a caller identifying himself as longtime associate James McNair had a voice inconsistent with prior public recordings. This uncertainty has fueled doubt over whether Mayweather's real estate claims are accurate or part of a curated image to reinforce his mogul persona. The controversy underscores the broader challenges of wealth management among high-earning athletes, highlighting that while Mayweather's earnings are immense, questions persist about the sustainability of his spending and investments.
He's collecting rent, hustlers. You know how much rent that is? And guess what? I don't know his paperwork, but obviously if you spent that much in real estate, it looks like he spent it in one shot, but even if he didn't, but usually he did. And if he dealt with the same person, you get a deal, right? So through these deals, he's making money. It's definitely an income situation. They're all apartments. It's not a commercial building. They're all apartment buildings, which are commercial, but they're apartments. So guess what? $402 million in real estate. Hey, he's $500 million in real estate just off apartments.
What's your take on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s extravagant claims versus Shannon Sharpe's sharp criticism? Is Mayweather safeguarding his legendary status, or is he simply chasing the next big payday? Share your thoughts in the comments below.